back with another one. I think I listen to so many readings. I still love her. Sag, she be right on that spiritual side. Y'all have to go and watch her. Watch me so much. Everybody start watching her, and weird things start to happen to the readers that I be watching. Now it seems like all of the good ones who don't just report on all the happiness in life, the ones who get down to real situations, the ones who don't try to pick and choose what they say and how they say it, they start to be shadow banned and blocked and knocked some type of way. And I almost feel bad for it because I feel like it's everybody who I watch. It's like I'm being watched by many people, y'all. Many people who pretend like they don't even see me. A lot of people not gonna let you know they break spiritual laws in order to watch people. A lot of people who break them spiritual laws also spiritual thieves. But that's on another note. Anyway. A lot of people who watch me start to watch the readers that I watch. And once you put your energy in there, they could pick up on it and start reading on your energy at any time. And so you have people who I've made believers out of this whole thing. People who didn't believe in tarot, who energy getting read left and right. And you have people who always knew about it. And when they click on and see somebody, the person may be pulling on their energy, or they may not want people to pull on certain energy. And so they do manipulative things behind their back. And I've noticed a lot of readers that I watch, their pages have gone to hell, literally to hell. Where they used to be doing so well. For example, like Spiritual Sad, she got about 100,000 views or about 100,000 subscribers. Her readings used to have 80,000, 90,000. Most of her subscribers will watch her readings. 80,000, 90,000 people, 75,000 people, 30,000 views. Now, her page is being shadow banned a lot. Her subscribers, where they used to go up really fast, they have slowed way down. And now her views look like 2,000, 3,000 views after something has been posted for a week or two. When I first started watching her, she could post something. And she would literally have 2,000, 3,000 views within the first hour of her post. Easily. Now, she gets 2,000, 3,000 views maybe in the lifetime of her post. And I just feel like it's so crazy. But she's not the only one that they're doing that to. And they coming for her like bad. Like she gets a lot of the same things that I go through, she's going through. Like the gang stalking, the harassment, the bullying, the trying to make you lose everything in life. Everything that you've worked for, they try to make you lose it. Because people don't want you doing what you're doing because they're scared they'll be exposed. 222 I just seen. Got 22 people on here. And 2 likes. 222 could be significant to somebody. But I guess they try to shadow ban your work because they don't want people to see you because they don't want to be exposed. But the thing about it is, if you never tap into that reader, then people will never tap into you. Now there's two sides to everything. You have your good people out there who read cards, the good readers, your high priestess and high priests that follow spiritual laws. They're not going to go out the way and tap into someone's energy without their permission. Those are the good ones. Those are the ones that follow the spiritual laws. And then you have the ones who are not good, the ones out there doing the black magic, the ones out there who do things for money. All you have to do is pay them. And hell, sometimes you don't have to pay them. Sometimes they're tapping into other people's energy just because it benefits them somehow. Don't have to be financially. They may not like the fact that your page is moving up, and they want to be the best person. They want to be the only one people look at in a certain type of way. Many different reasons, but you have those who they don't follow spiritual laws. Those are the ones you should be more worried about. Those ones that you can pay to tap into somebody else's energy. And I can tell you, shadow banning their page is not only may it not even do anything, because those 9 times out of 10, the ones that's doing black magic, and so they know all the manipulation tactics, all the spiritual ways to mess you right back over. You try to shadow ban their page and they know exactly who it is shadow banning their page, because y'all pretty much on the same team. Y'all working with the same energy, the same entities, the same devils, the same demons, pretty much. You got people of the light that follow the spiritual laws, understand how things work, and they're not going to do certain things because they understand how this works, because they understand the karma they can get for doing certain things. But then you have certain people who feel like they don't care about karma, because some people just believe that they are God. Some people just believe that whatever entities or beings that they calling on is more powerful than anything. And so they don't worry about the karma that they can get that comes back from you doing certain things. Those are the ones you have to worry about. You don't have to worry about the people following these spiritual laws. All you ever have to do is simply just not tap into their page. Not give them your energy, which is pretty much just don't watch them. That's all you ever have to do. But people don't do that. They will come in and they will watch and they would comment negative things under your page. They'll watch your whole reading and then tell you how God is going to punish you. But I guess God don't punish the people who take their time and judge certain things. Because remember, judged and ye shall be judged. And so while these people go in and they comment all this other stuff, you're simply giving your energy. All you have to do is just not watch. But anyway, people watch me. Girl, I'm sorry. These candies, it's so good. They so addictive. I used to buy these as a child. When I first moved to Georgia, we used to go downtown and walk downtown a lot, and there's this little store downtown. I don't know if it's still there or not, but it was this little store downtown that sold penny candy. Tell you how. I think I'm showing my age here. It's a little store downtown used to sell penny candy, and these little fruities were only 1 cent. I mean, we go in there with $3, $4 and get hundreds of these things. Of course, now times have changed. Now you don't get so many. But I found these at the Dollar Tree, and they come with quite a few of them in the bag for $1.25. It's part of the Halloween candy that they're getting in. I've been buying them, and man, I can't stop eating them. It's almost like once you start eating them, you can't stop eating them till they gone. And so I'm sorry if it feel like I'm choking. If it sound like I'm choking or something, because I can't stop eating them, y'all. They addictive. Anyway. Yeah. People watch me and they watch them. And all the good readers, all the ones who want to follow the spiritual laws, all the ones you can tell have light inside of them. Everybody has light inside of them. Everybody they don't live in the light that's inside of them. A lot of people dwell in the darkness. A lot of people prosper in the darkness, doing dark things. But the readers that I watch, you know, if I get a negative feeling from somebody, I won't watch them. If I get a weird type of feeling, like I can't figure out what I'm feeling from them, I won't watch them anymore. And so the readers who I watch specifically are very good readers. They can tap into your energy very easily. But they also don't sugarcoat things. They're not going to just tell you all the good things. They get down to the not so good things that a lot of people don't want to hear. And I feel like because a lot of people are watching me, they've also kind of migrated to the readers that I'm watching. And so those good readers that I've been watching, I've watched them. Their pages kind of get torn down, and I feel really bad for them because it's like they used to do so well and now they're not. A lot of people are out there in need now because you have these spiritual manipulators in the background that will go out the way to tear somebody's page down because they don't want to be exposed about certain things that they're doing, when all you ever had to do was just not watch them, to just stay away from people. But you know, you touch that little thing in their brain and something turns on and they just want to go for you and just keep coming for you and keep trying to do things to mess you over, which is causing them to be in your energy even more. It's causing you to pull on their energy even more. But that's what they'll spend their time doing, tearing people down. So all the readers that I watched, their pages were doing really well. They were doing really well in the tips and the money they received for doing the readings, and now they are not. Now they're struggling. Now their pages are struggling. Sag even had a very lucrative page at one point, and then it got to the point where people would do so many things, like they took her ability to make money from that page away because it's been reported so many times, because certain things has been reported, and she hasn't done anything wrong, and it's so crazy. So y'all go support her. She has 2 pages, Spiritual Sag, and I think the other one's called Sag and Son. As during this process of it all, she lost her son. She had an adult son who she lost, so she created another page and kind of named him after him. Named it mainly for him. I think he was a Sagittarius as well as her. And so y'all definitely go support her. I hate that they tore that first page down because, like I said, she had 100,000 subscribers on there. And I know she was doing well financially because her views would be 80,000, 90,000 views on a post. And people don't get those kind of views. You know, you have 100,000 subscribers and you might get 5,000, 6,000 views. You don't have it where most of your subscribers are actually viewing your page, viewing your post every single time you post something. And so it speaks volumes to the work you're doing, what you're putting out there. But anyway, go support her, y'all. For my little couple of maybe 100 subscribers that I got, and my little views I get every now and then, Because I just started getting these views and these likes. At one point, my page was shadow banned and they wouldn't let anything out. I get 2 views, 1 view on all my posts. If I said the wrong thing, I get 0 views on the post. I could post something, y'all know you get 10 times as many views on something you post in a story versus something you post on your page. I post in my stories and get 0 views on something. That's how much they had my page shadow banned. I have travel pages, Travel Choice ATL on my Instagram page, my travel page on on YouTube, on TikTok. I'm shadow banned from everything. And so where I used to get hundreds, thousands of views on things I posted on TikTok regarding my travel page that I had, I may get 50 views and 2 likes on something. And that's been for like the past couple of years now. Once they did this to my pages, it never came back. And so I'm not going to be a hater. I support people, which I think can be a good thing or a bad thing, and a bad thing, because I support people who don't support me. I put energy into people who don't give that same energy back, who won't give that same energy back. But most of the time you don't think about it because you just do it. But yeah, I'm not a hater by all means. And when I see people doing good things, I want to support them. And that's been a person I've been watching for years now. And the only thing I can say is the more harassment she has dealt with, the less things she say. It's gotten to the point where she'll tell you, I'm kind of scared to talk about this. And she'll leave it alone, or she would only try to say certain things because she has literally had her life threatened over things that she would say. Instead of people just not watching, they would go out of the way to threaten her life. And it's so weird to me how people like that are able to get away with doing those things, while she's continually called a bad person when all she's doing is putting out information that'll be helpful to people. So, yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. This world is crazy. The people who you would think they come down on, they don't. The people who try to do good things are the ones who go through the most. So anyway, go follow her. That's my only point I was making. I hate to see those readers that I listen to, go through certain things, because I know the people who are watching me watch them as well. Yeah, unfortunately, everybody not good people. And the ones who are not good are the ones who seem to thrive the most. And that's crazy, because as a society, that's what we create. That's what we create, monsters, and then we support them. And then we look at people of the light, people who try to help, and we try to make them look like monsters. And we try to take away their support. We try to take away people who are on their team. We try to take away their stability. While all the people who should be being brought down are just thriving. And it's sad. It's very sad. But that's the age we're living in. Anyway, About to suffocate in this car. The windows up. Let's see what's in this energy while I'm sitting here. Another thing too is it don't hurt to support the people who are doing the same thing as you. You're not going to take away from yourself by supporting them, and y'all are doing the same thing. You know, it's millions, billions of people in the world. There's enough money out there for everybody. You don't have to bring down somebody else because you're doing the same thing as them. I don't know where people get that from and why they like to do that. It's weird. I was listening to one of the pastors on the radio, and I'm not really sure what he was talking about. I don't really remember, but I know he made the point in saying that two people, McDonald's and a Burger King, and he may not have used this per se as an example exactly, but you know, something similar to this. But McDonald's and Burger King are on the same corner. They right next to each other. They serve pretty much the same things, and they both thrive at the same time. You got a racetrack and a Quick Trip that are right across the street from each other. And they both sell the same thing, and they both thrive at the same time. One is not taken away from the other. And so when you can have two people in competition with each other on the same corner, right next to each other, and both thrive at the same time, and why can't you have people supporting each other on the same corner, doing the same thing and thriving at the same time? Like, why would you come for somebody because they're doing the same thing as you? Why would you try to bring somebody else down because they may be doing slightly better than you? Anything, you should try to work with them. If you can't beat them, join them. Whatever happened to that? I'd work with them. Do some things together. Maybe then you'll see some things that you lack, and it'll help you figure out where you come up short. But that's not people's mindset anymore lately. They will take your whole life now because you're doing better than them at something that they may also be doing. Anyway, let's see what's in the energy, y'all. I don't know. I woke up feeling a little sensitive today, and so y'all, I don't know. I guess you can say I'm in my feelings today. So I'm tired of certain things, and I'm calling them out as they should have been called out a long time ago. Holy Spirit, archangels, please allow me to channel the messages from the energy that's surrounding us. Spirit guides, ancestors of the highest white light, tell us what we need to know only, please. What do we need to know? Also, don't think everybody who picks up these cards is a bad person, and that everyone who picks up the Bible is a good person. You know, you have to look at people on an individual basis, how they live their life, what they're doing to help others. Are they bringing people down? Because you can have somebody who knows the Bible front and back and use it to manipulate people, use it to bring people down, use it to get their own way when it comes down to certain things. And you can have somebody who reads these cards who y'all, you know, which I think is so evil, and that'll be the person who spends their time uplifting people, making people feel good about themselves, helping people raise their self-esteem, helping raise awareness about certain things. You know, so be careful of the false prophets out there and people who you just count out because they do certain things you may not like. Because at the end of the day, when you leave here, Your soul is going to be judged by your heart, the things that you did. And so somebody who picks up these cards to help you, their heart can be pure, and so they're judged accordingly. Somebody could have the Bible, and y'all think because they have that Bible, they are somebody good, and their heart could be the farthest from where it should be. And so I would say, don't judge a person, don't judge a book by its cover. Read into the book some. Figure out who a person is, what they stand for. These cards ain't gonna take you to hell, but your attitude, your heart will. So don't be fooled. Somebody know the Bible left and right, and they telling you don't help people out here. Help them, but don't help people. Somebody who knows the Bible left and right, but they're teaching you the spells that you can cast out the Bible when you have certain people praying P-R-E-Y over somebody. Versus somebody who will pick up these cards and say, hey, you got somebody in your life who's in their feelings. They feel like you hurt them with something. This is something you need to go and talk to them about, because they feel like you've hurt them and they've been holding a lot of things in. And it's a big difference, y'all. So be careful who y'all out here calling the false prophets, and look at the reasoning and people's hearts, what they really about in life. Don't be fooled. That's all I'm saying. Because it's so easy to be fooled out here. So easy to be fooled. It brings me to that story in the Bible where they were pretty much saying that people were trying to pull Jesus' cord. They're looking at him and saying, if he's this blessed person, that he's this person that is heaven sent, if God sent this person down to do all of these things, let's see how far he's willing to go. Would he actually break the law and bless somebody on a Sabbath day, on a day that's supposed to be meant for rest? Or will he do what he's supposed to do and not help people to rest, to not put in any work? And when it came down to it, Jesus helped the person. And so when they're looking at it as if this is law, this is said, you're supposed to follow these things specifically, and you have went over and beyond to help somebody. Jesus is like, look, make it make sense. Make it make sense. Like, this is what this is all about, loving your neighbor, helping where you can. And so the fact that this is a day where it's supposed to be a day of rest does not mean just because it's that day that you can't help somebody where you see needs help. Make it make sense. There is the rule and there's the exception. And so I think a lot of people, especially a lot of religious people, they judge you based on the rules, their way of doing certain things. But those rules are not always going to be what gets you to where you're trying to go. It's your heart. And if you are hell bent on following the rules, and if that means neglecting people, you neglect them. If that means watching people suffer, then you'll watch them suffer. Then there's something wrong with that. It's something wrong with that. So again, I say, judge people by their heart, by their works, not what it is that you see. Don't judge the book by its cover. Anyway, let's see what's in this energy, y'all. What is in the energy? Mystical wisdom. See what comes out of here. Oh, we got 30 minutes. I need to go on. I need to stop for a second. We're going to make this quick. I've been talking for too long. Let's see. Mystical wisdom. What do we need to know? Epiphany. See clarity. Potential. Think big for your future and seek clarity. The seek clarity is kind of what I just finished talking about. Don't just assume things and feel like you are right just because, you've been living within these walls for so long, and there are certain rules to follow when it comes to these walls that you've been living in, and that certain things are going to automatically make a person go to hell or to be judged or whatever. Anyway, think big for your future. I'm kind of looking at this, and what I'm getting from this is this person in this snow globe here. So someone may be surrounded by coldness. And when I say coldness, I don't mean the weather, I mean cold people. Their attitudes, their treatment of you. You could be feeling like you're surrounded by this and you can't shake it. It's hard to get out of it, get away from it. And you could be looking at it as if it's a bad thing, that you are surrounded by what you're surrounded by, that you may feel like you're in this bubble by yourself, alone. But if you take a look at these people, you have little people right here, maybe children. You have the bigger people right here. I know it looks like a child, but you have little people and big people. So this could symbolize adults and children who are watching. Some of them could be looking for negative reasons. We just talked about how people watch you just to say certain things, just to try to judge you. But some of these people could be watching you and actually learning something. And so whatever it is that you're teaching could be beneficial to a lot of people out there. People who you think may not be on your side could actually be on your side. Maybe not, they're not doing anything that you can see to be on your side. But people who you think may be against you may not all be against you. And I feel like that's where this seek clarity comes from. This could even be for the people who are against you. Maybe they don't understand where you come from. Maybe, like I said, people are certain used to certain things that they have been taught all their life. I heard somebody say the other day that they've been taught certain things all their life. And so it makes them question, when they look at other people and those other people are doing certain things because of the way that they were taught. They look at it a certain way. And so these may be people who are looking at you, judging you, or people who you're looking at, judging them. Seek clarity. I say no question is a dumb question. How about talking to people, asking them, instead of just assuming? Getting to know someone and understanding why they move the way they move. And No, this person has wings here. they are they're up with the birds. They're flying high. They're rising above certain things. You may be looking at this person, judging them as if they're doing some type of dark magic, because how are they able to float? How are they able to levitate? How do they have these wings right here? You may be looking at someone who's went through a lot of transformation in their life with all these butterflies around, and you could feel like something negative is being done because they are able to accomplish so many things. But if you went through the transformation yourself, then you will understand the power of God and how God can give you certain things, how your life can be completely changed around when you live in your purpose, your divine purpose, when you are in your north node. Maybe people who have not done this may not understand how this works, and so they could be looking at you, judging you as if you're doing something wrong. But look at all this light coming from you. Even while you're in this circle, while you're in this globe, and you're surrounded by all of this coldness, these people who are trying to hold you hostage and manipulate you and trying to change you and make you do certain things in life, when all they have to do is seek clarity, understand what's going on. And so this could be you, could be them, that's needing to ask more questions, figure out what's really going on, seek clarity, try to understand. Now the Bible says meditate on understanding. Don't be so quick to judge. Oh, I'm washing my clothes. I need to go in there. 37 minutes. I need to go and switch them. They've been finished. Live life to the fullest. And so if that's you feeling like you're surrounded by coldness, people trying to keep you in one spot, people trying to do things to change you, maybe this is you who have kind of separated yourself from people, from the world, because of what you see, because of the way that they've came for you. It's time to come out now. I was talking about this earlier. We're no longer going to be the victim. We are calling all our energy back, our power back. It's time to live our lives instead of, for one, allowing other people to live it, and two, to not allow people to stop us from moving forward. So it's time to get out there and live our lives, whether people like it or not. As magic coming from this person, and I mean inner magic, not black magic. You have the ability to step outside of this. You don't have to stay in this globe. You don't have to stay surrounded by this coldness, because this is how they want you, but this is who you are. But you have to live your life so that people can see this is who you are. I'm gonna go ahead and end it, y'all, for a second, because I gotta run in there. I have to run in there. I'll be back. I will be right back.